All right, hello everybody. This is Chris Tipton, Murray County High School, and with me today I have senior Callan Ledford, junior Miley McClure, and sophomore Blakely Ledford.
All right, Coach, coming off region championship last year, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
And then you made it to the state championship game this past season. First school appearance since 1966. So coming off that season into this, expectations, it's a new season, right? But you're building off of last year's success. So what do you look forward to most from your first impressions going into this season, your first practice?
You know, really, our standards and expectations really don't change from one year to the next. The personnel changes, but you hope that your culture and your work ethic and stuff you've really put in place just duplicates year after year. And so from a standards and expectation standpoint, you know, hey, we expect to be there. You know, just like last year, I remember sitting here, I think I was sadly wearing the same shirt, saying probably this exact same thing. And, you know, Lord blessed us and put us in a situation that we could make it to the state championship.
So, Coach, you're talking about the culture. So what's the culture? How come you chose these three to be with you here today?
Well, these girls are winners. One thing about them is, man, they just are relentless. You know, they're willing to do whatever it takes, you know, at whatever point in the game to win the game. You know, whether it's, you know, put their whole team, you know, I always say put your whole team in a backpack and put them on your back and you carry them, or you find the open person so that somebody else can get the job done. And each of these girls just kind of exude that, whether it's on the court or off the court.
Well, for the players, coming off so much success and how far you went last year, step on the practice court now, and you've got a lot of younger players around you. What do you want to do on the practice court that's going to continue the success that you're having?
Probably just like be a leader and a role model in a way. Like they're still expected to do the same things we do, even though they're young. But just like be a good leader on and off the court, like carrying stuff off the court onto the court. What's the question? Can you repeat? Sorry.
How are you going to, as a leader, how are you going to set the tone for those younger players? What you're going to show them, and what it's going to look like on the practice court?
Just like Callan said, they had the same expectations as us, so we just got to know to get out there, work hard, and it will all pay off at the end.
Kind of like what they said too, but I feel like the younger ones, like when they come and watch us play, and like when they come into practice, like they know our expectations, so they know like they have to meet it, or there's going to be like a consequence, like if you miss, like so.
So for the players, individually, can you tell me what your biggest strengths are? And then, Coach, if you can tell us what the biggest strength as a team is.
I feel like we all have different strengths, but sorry, I'm trying to think.
I think why we're all sitting up here today is our biggest strength is being a leader for the younger ones. So.
Same with them. We're a leader, and we give a lot of effort, and we know who we are in Christ. So,
I think really just for our team this year, man, it's just a special group. They're willing to play for the girl beside them. It's probably, you know, when you look at the biggest thing is, you know, it's not about me. It's about, hey, this girl beside you. And so when you take the spotlight off of self and start putting it on others, great things happen.
What is one strength your team has that fans might not be aware of, and what is one area where you're still growing?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, I think one of our just best strengths in general is how well they play together, and how willing they are to find the open man. You don't always see that with teams, and they're really looking for that open person because, you know, hey, we just have kind of a we over me mentality, and I think that pays dividends when you're playing a team that doesn't. You know, probably, and it's just our glaring weakness and has been for, I know 5 years, is our height, right? And so we try to make up in effort and precision what we don't have in height.
Stephen Frazier, Rome area FCA. How does your Christian faith influence the way you define success for your team? And let's think beyond the scoreboard. So, this can be for players too. Yeah.
I think for us is, you know, we really care about the girls outside of basketball. You know, so how are they going to graduate? Who are they outside of basketball? You know, how do they know Jesus outside of a ball going in a hoop? And I feel like if they can graduate our program knowing that, regardless of whatever game we've been in, won or lost, we're on the right track. And I think that's just really of a goal of our program, not just a goal. It's probably at the forefront of our program. Like if you ask me, like, hey, what are you wanting out of Callan Ledford? That's what I want. You know, I don't want, you know, I mean, if she makes all state, great, but boy, if she's all Jesus, you know, that means something. And so I think that's really what I look at for each of those players.
Yeah, I feel like our team, like our whole program is based on who you are when you leave the program over than just basketball, because with that ball's going to stop dribbling. At the end of the day, you have to know who you are through him, not through your sport.
Back with what both of them said, at the end of the day, it's your identity in Christ. It's not about your identity in the sport. It's about you come to at the end of the day.
And our coaches care more about what we're going to be like when we leave than what we are like when we're with them, because if we're not like fully developed in who we are in Christ when we leave, then we're not really anything. So
Appreciate the time today, ladies and coach. Hope you have a great season and continuing that winning tradition in that hostile environment. I mean, we didn't even talk about that. I mean, that is one crazy environment to play at home.
We do have a new gym, and it's a little bigger, but we expect it to be just as loud.
Well, your fan base is huge, so it's going to be amazing.
And we're grateful for that. Grateful for you. Thank you so much.